Hello guys and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about the top 10 most unpopular PvE specs in World of Warcraft patch 8.2. So I made a top 10 most popular and it actually got quite, popular. So let's talk about the top 10 most unpopular specs. So which specs is actually not being played at all in Mythic dungeons. So right now we're looking on the statistics showing which of the Mythic specs that is not played at all. So the lowest rating, all the people we're looking on right now, the statistics is people at least have completed 1+ Mythic key. So that means all the person you see now is the percent of people who have been doing at least 1+ Mythic key. So let's dive directly into it and see number 10. Number 10 is Guardian Druid with 1.4%. And it's fine. Remember number 10 is like the best one because he's the highest one in top 10 baddest. So he's just on the line to actually get up on place 11. But again, we have at least plus 30 specs, so So Guardian Druid is not that popular. So if you're playing tank and you're playing Guardian Druid, you're a special one, my friend. You're a special one. You're unique. The next one is Marksmanship Hunters with 1.1%, and that is basically true. That we don't see Marksmanship Hunters because Beastmaster is doing such a lot. They do so much damage in dungeons. So why should people play Marksmanship Hunter? But still, if you play Marksmanship Hunter, you're unique, and there's not a lot of people like you. On place 8, we have Enhancement Shamans, and this is not a surprise for me, because Enhancement Shamans have never been a class spec that has been played out by a lot of people. It has always been like the dead sausage. No one really played Enhancement Shamans. The next one is not a surprise too. We all know that Frost Death Knight is pretty much dead. Blizzard tried to buff them in the patch that just went out now, but it hasn't really seemed to be working, so that's a sad one. This one here surprised me a lot. Feral Druids. I have seen a lot of expansions where Feral Druids is actually, top 10 most played and best, but right now, no one is playing Feral Druid. Everyone is playing Balanced Druid, so kind of sad. Feral Druid is pretty cool. On a place, 5th place, we're getting Vengeance Demon Hunter. So if you're playing Vengeance Demon Hunter, spoiler alert, this is actually the lowest tank we see on this list. So Vengeance Demon Hunter tank is the lowest. That's the most unpopular tank in the whole game of World of Warcraft right now. So if you're playing Vengeance Demon Hunter, you're a very unique tank. Very unique. And then we can discuss if that's a good thing or not. On 4th place, we're getting Arms Warrior, and that's not a surprise because Fairy Warriors are pretty much dominating Arms Warrior in PvE. It's only in PvP you see more Arms Warriors than Fairy Warriors. On 3rd place, we have Arcane Mage, and I didn't actually thought that. I actually thought Arcane Mages was pretty good. Well, somehow they're not pretty good. Maybe you can explain to me in the comments why they are not so good. But I actually thought they were pretty good. But no, they are the number 3 least played PvE spec. Number 2, you will never guess this one. I actually got so surprised when I saw this. Survival Hunter. Wow. I thought like this was one of the best specs. I was like, wow, everyone is playing Survival Hunter probably. At least in PvP they do, a lot of people. But no, Mythic Dungeons, no one likes to play Survival Hunter. Kinda sad. And now you're probably thinking, what is number 1? What is number 1? What is the most unpopular, the least played class spec in the whole game? In the whole game right now. What is the class spec that I'm not seeing at all? And if you just think a little about it. Have you ever seen a sub-rogue in a dungeon? No. 0.1% people is playing Subtlety Rogue. And when you think about it, I have never seen a sub-rogue in my groups. Everyone is playing assassin or outlaw because they deal so much damage. So why should you play sub-rogue? And also the sub-rogue rotation, how you play it is the worst. I mean, I'm not sure what Blizzard they thought about when they created that spec, but this is the list. If you're playing any of these 10 specs in World of Warcraft right now, you are very unique, and you're probably not on the meta, I guess. Maybe, maybe they are on the meta, but this is the most, just if you're playing one of these class specs, you're very unique. You don't have to think about people, there's too many of you. You are very unique. But again, just a tip from my side, don't play the class or spec that is most popular or dealing most damage. Play whatever you like. So if you like to play Enhancement Shaman because you like the background lore, you like the shamanistic touch and feel of being enhancement and melee damage with elementals, be that. If you like to be a little kitty cat and kill people in stealth with bleedings, do that. If you like to be a sub-rogue, because I have nothing good to say about sub-rogues, but if you like to play sub-rogues, then be a sub-rogue. Don't think about what people are playing and what they actually do or what is the most popular spec and class in the game right now. Because there can release one single patch. I know Balance Druid right now is like the best damage in the game or something like that. But there can come one patch where they get a nerf and no one will be playing the Balance Druid the day after. So will you really be that guy who changes class every day or every week or every month because that's the meta? If you want to, of course, if you want to really be the best in the game and have the best stats and best combinations of teams, that's of course what you have to do. That's the same as you play League of Legends, Dota and those games. You have to be the hero that is the meta right now. But do you also want to play that style in World of Warcraft? Personally, me, no. I want to play that class and spec. I feel like it's fun, easy, and cool. So, and also I like to have AWP spec. I'm not really good to play specs with only DPS. I want some kind of a healing or tank AWP spec. So that's how it is. But again, this is the most unpopular specs in World of Warcraft. So thanks for watching, and leave down a comment if you're playing one of these 10 specs. If you are, let me know in the comment. Let's see how many of you unique persons out there. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.